Good afternoon. I hope you are doing well. It's a new week. It's Monday, 26th of May 2025. It's the last trading week of the month of May. And yeah, welcome. Okay, so this week we are going to be expecting lower prices on dollar index. Last week we ended up rejecting all these up candles, hence I'm looking for a move to attack this low this week. Okay, that means we'll have the foreign currencies also doing the same thing. Okay. We have the foreign currencies also doing the same thing. Now, we might experience a pullback before the move to the downside will unfold. So be aware of that. And I think that has already started, because last week the levels that I gave in terms of targets, the first one was the 98.72 level, and that is where price is actually bouncing off from. We have a change in the state of delivery on the H4, so it's either we will come back to this candle's low or we trade up here. So essentially maybe a pullback into this range. Okay, a pullback into that range, and then we expect a continuation to the downside. So that's the protocol, or that's the expectation for this week. Hence patience. Now, can you buy dollar or the inverted version, sell euro before you buy? My answer is no, because we are expecting lower prices. At any point in time, it doesn't really need to trade to this low or trade up here. At any point in time, price will or can potentially reject and go lower. So I don't recommend the pullback, trading that pullback, because it's on a lower time frame. Had it been, if this was a daily time frame, then I would say yes, maybe buy it, because if you're expecting price to go up before going down on a daily time frame, it's gonna take some time. Okay, so we'll be expecting a continuation to the downside, but it needs to pull back first, and after that pullback we can then expect a continuation to the downside. On the weekly, the reason why I think we can get a pullback is because anytime we have a change in the state of delivery, which is prices going up and then we reject immediately, that brings like a shock wave into the market, because most traders might not be expecting it, and they will chase the continuation. Most traders will miss the move because they don't want to go with the flow when it was dropping, so they'll miss the move and then they will chase it. So there might have been traders that actually started selling when this thing was almost down here, especially when the market opened, right? These newbies, they'll be interested in buying euro because it did not show any signs of pullback, and they don't know if it's going to continue, because they can see that price is going to continue going down, but they are not sure if it's going to pull back to get them in or not. And this is, I'm speaking from experience, because I would have done the same thing here, right? I'm seeing this low and this low and then this low. Price is gonna take them, but the fear of missing out, which is FOMO, the fear of missing out in that move and not being part of it, is what will give me, it's what will give me the impression to sell, and then pullback happens. So all that I'm trying to say is, this drop on the weekly time frame has caught a lot of traders off guard, and then it caught a lot of traders off guard, and most are gonna chase it, hence the pullback. So on the weekly, this week might end up being price showing an intention of pulling back up before the continuation to the downside. So on the daily, this up candle, we might pull back into it before we resume going down. So just be aware. With that said, that is the same thing applies to euro. I was actually looking forward for this equal high to be taken before that rejection that's happening now. I would have gone short if it had gone there, right? If it had taken out this equal highs, I would have gone short, but I didn't do it. So again, patience. On the daily, we have this auto block here, so they might pull back into it. On the H4, I think I did highlight a level. Let me see. There's really nothing over here in terms of the lower time frame on on euro. This other block has been used. We don't have any fair value gap in here, so that's something. Let me see this fair value gap. That also happened in Asia. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll wait for price to give us a confirmation it wants to go back up, then we will trade it, because from what I'm seeing right now, it's not showing any level that price is likely gonna find support and continue going up. It's not showing any level that price might find support and continue going up. Hence, I will not actually give you a level, because I was looking for a fair value gap. There's nothing. Maybe in here, this small little gap on the 5-minute chart. Okay, that small level there, on a 5-minute chart. And that's where maybe you might come back to and then continue going up. So watch 1.3260. Okay, that might be the level, and then price will resume going up again. But we will look for a change in the state of delivery on Tuesday. Monday is giving us a down candle so far. So Tuesday, we will look for a change in the state of delivery, taking out Monday's low, rejecting, breaking market structure, and then we look for a continuation to the upside. All right. So that's the protocol for this week on the euro. The same thing applies to the British pound. So British pound, I think I still have the gap over there. Okay, we'll see what price is gonna do once we get here, and then we'll look for a rejection to go back up. Apart from that, let's go to the weekly and then get some weekly ideas. Okay. I'm looking for a weekly idea that will be best for a potential trade this week. Okay, let me check this one here. EuroCAD is definitely a good one. EuroCAD is a good one. I think it's gonna attack this low here, and then potentially that low this week. It's gonna attack this low, and that one, and then that one. So this New York session today, I think placing your stop loss above this London, because they took out Asian session high, run break. So during the New York session, you can look for a sell to go and attack this. I think they will attack this low today. Definitely that one, and then that one. So on the 15 minutes time frame or 5 minutes time frame, you can look for a fair value gap on the 15 minutes or 5 minutes rejection, and then you look for the sell. Okay, wait for the purple shaded area in the next hour, and then you look for the sell. Okay, yeah, I think EuroCAD is the best one so far for now. Let's go back to the weekly. Euro pound, not so great. It's already there, but that is also likely going to take out that low. So a scalp on Euro pound would be good to attack this low here. Watch this gap. If we pull back into it, we can sell short. Okay. Let's go back to the weekly. Okay, Euro New Zealand has already gone for that low, so that's done. Okay, dollar CAD can also pull back, but I don't like dollar CAD for that. I would rather trade the dollar yen. Okay, so dollar yen can pull back for this week before going down. So I think it's similar to the Dixie somewhere here before we continue going down, because you have an up candle right there. So this pullback can go into premium. So during the New York session at 2, look for a fair value gap to form, and then you can get a trade to basically go up. Watch this landing gap. If we pull back to it during the New York session, you can get a trade entry and then send price not to go up, but to go into the H4 fair value gap. Okay, when I say up, I mean not, it can go up, but we have that up candle there, so that might likely act as a resistance, hence just aim for that. Okay, so you're buying somewhere here if we pull back to trade up there, or during that purple shaded area if price gives you a pullback to a fair value gap on a 5 or 15 minutes time frame, then you can look for a buy to trade up there. Also remember, today is Monday, so just don't push it. Okay, don't push it. Okay, I think so far that is all that I can see on the currency. So Euro Pound scalp to go and attack this low, and then dollar CAD to attack this low, and then that low. Ultimately, this is the one that I'm expecting this week. Okay, and I think that is it. The rest, just sit patient, and then dollar yen. All right, let's look at gold. So gold, last Friday I gave you 2 levels to mark on your chart for price to give us a trade off from. One was this one here, and they traded to it on Friday, same Friday, because when we were having the live session, I think price was here. Okay, so I highlighted that for this week, and you can see they traded to it same week during the New York session, and then price went up. So the second one is down here, which was on the 1 hour, this gap. Right now, the reason why I like it is because of the daily time frame. I've talked about this type of candle where when we take out a previous day's high, we need to take out a previous day's low. If price is able to go above it, then that candle becomes an important candle. Okay, and you take the candle's high to the open, you highlight it like this, take this one off, you highlight it like that, and then you drop down, and then you begin to find any imbalance that is within that shaded area. Okay, so if I go down, the first one was this one where they've already traded to. You can see when they touch the high of this candle, price shot up. The second one is right here, okay, so I think that's where price is gonna come, and then we should go back up again. So this is the range, this low to this high. Okay, and then they can come here during this New York session and then expand up. So just be aware of that. And you're targeting this level right here for price to go and trade inside this. Ultimately, I think we will go back up based on the weekly time frame, we go back up. So this would be a pullback to the down candle and then a rejection, and then go back up. Okay, that is that. Let's go to crude oil. So crude oil, I'm expecting lower prices. It did trade to a level that I highlighted over the weekend right here, but I would have wanted it to trade during the London session or the New York session, and that would have given us a trade to come back down. Only problem is it's gonna face with another support here. So that's resistance, that's support. So price might, bounce in here, but based on the weekly, we're supposed to go and attack lows. I think we closed below it. Let me see. Okay, we didn't. Okay, so that means price can stay in a consolidation because we took out the high and took out the low. So it might stay in a consolidation. Hence, this level and that level might be the battlefield. Whichever one breaks, it will go that side. So if they break this one, we go up. If they break that one, we go down. Okay. And then ES, I'm watching this level right here, this down candle. Okay, we came to it last Friday, and then we dropped down. But I want to see that same level just above that, because that is Thursday's high. And then we also have a fair value gap here. So I'm looking for the high to form in here, the high of the week to form in here. Okay, last week did close rejecting the previous week high, so at least we need to come back and attack the previous week low. This is a classic move, but I'll be wrong if they trade above this up candle. Okay, so if they trade above this up candle, then I'm wrong. We might resume going up, and the down candle might be a reaccumulation. Okay, the down candle might be a reaccumulation. So use that H4 up candle right here as your defense. Okay, we don't want to see price trade through it. If we do, price will go up. So maybe if you look for a trade, that can be where your stop loss can go. Okay, and that is that for all the currencies. Now let's move on to the cryptos. Okay, so last week we have an inside candle on AI16Z. That is not good. Okay, that is not good. We're supposed to either go up and close above it or go down. It's remained as an inside candle, so it's open to either the high being taken or the low being taken. On a daily, it shows more low than high because of the up candle with a gap here. So it shows more probability of them coming for the low. Okay, there's a high probability they might come for the low. Hence, sit and wait. Do we come for the low or we break this up candle? I'm sorry, this down candle. If we break through it, I think that will gain momentum to go and break that resistance level that we've talked about. So sit on your hands and wait. But if you are looking, and this is for those late buyers, if you're looking to hold for a long time, then buying anywhere in here is still fine. Solana, I think, let me go to the weekly because the weekly will make more sense. Same thing, they've taken out the high and low. We couldn't close above it. I don't like this type of candles. That's indecision, right? There's indecision going on in the market. Hence, anywhere is probable. It can go up, it can go down. Now, what I'm suspecting is the beginning of next month. Okay, I think they will keep price there and then drop in here to form the low of next month. That is what I'm suspecting. So this week, be careful trading. If you day trade the cryptocurrencies, even if you short term trade them, be careful, because I'm seeing a potential consolidation for this week, and then next week this gap might be used, or let me say next month this gap can be used as a pullback to form the low of the month. All right, so just be mindful of looking for a continuation on all the cryptos. I think Bitcoin did the same thing. Okay, not the best candle in the world. We went up, went down, came back into the middle. So be mindful. Okay, on the daily, we've placed in an up candle like that. So we might stay, like I said, in a consolidation, and next month they will drop down in here before resuming going up. So be careful. And we've hit all-time highs again. So if you're going to be buying, you are too late to be buying. Let them drop down and give a bit of discount before you buy. And I think that will be applicable to all the cryptos. So I'll just go through them, but the narrative is going to be the same. Ethereum, same thing. Hype has made a new high. Amazing. Considered a month ago we were down here. You can see how quick they've risen back above this high. Now that's the beauty of understanding the manipulation. Okay, they manipulated all this down, and now we are back up here. So on the month, we can project this to the upside. Almost there. 1.618. 1.618. That would be a good target. Now, this is the sort of move I'm expecting AI16Z to do. Okay, that's the sort of move I'm expecting AI16Z to do, and that would be nice. Okay, if we can get that, some people owe me some money. If we get this sort of move, then I've made some people millionaires or thousandaires, and then they owe me some money. Okay. XRP, I think I highlighted that level. That is still probable unless we go above this down candle here. Next move will be to this level before we go up. Tatsuo. Okay, so I actually haven't looked at the this chart since I think Friday price, when we were having our session, price was somewhere up here. Here, and I was pointing to this gap to give us support, but after that I didn't look at it again, and boy, that was a move. Now with this, I think it might be accumulation, This chart is annoying. Let me zoom in. This might be accumulation because on the monthly we took out this low here, so we should at least have gone for the high. So this move to me is not a sell. Okay, this to me it's like more buying going on. That's how I'm seeing it, because it has the up candle and then this big move down. Now, I've talked several times about emotions. Okay, what is actually happening here? If you're a trader, how are you gonna feel? Okay, always think about emotions when you're trading. If you were a trader, how are you gonna feel here? One, there's two things. One, buyers are gonna be crying. Okay, buyers are gonna be crying. Why? Because the move down is so aggressive that it might, one, stop them out, or two, put them in a drawdown. Okay, and then two, sellers are going to be sad because they've missed the move. Because with these up candles, most traders will be skeptical to sell, which I would have been. Okay, I would have expected them to go up from here. So this move will make sellers cry because they would have also missed the sell. So both buyers and sellers are now neutralized. The buyers are crying because a huge down candle formed and it wiped them out, or some are still holding. And then the sellers will feel missed. They've missed an opportunity. So what is going to happen here? Sellers are going to chase it because they now see, okay, now it's going down, let's go and sell it. Buyers are scared to buy it because who's going to buy that? Okay, so lots of emotions here, and that is what the market wants. All right, so you have to see behind the scene what is actually happening when these candles are moving. All right, and then trade or look at it from a neutral perspective. Don't feel the emotions behind it, but see through it. See what is trying to happen. That's what I'm saying. This looks to me like a buy because I'm not seeing it through an emotional perspective. I can see through it. And when you can see through it, you can see the intention behind the move. Okay? So, you're going to see it's either they're waiting for next month candle to go up, or this week will start going up. You watch and see. Okay? The two Chasky, I think that one too is stuck in a consolidation, but I believe we should come back down one more time. We should come back down one more time to attack this low. So that's my expectation. I think we will go back and attack that low before we go up. Okay, so I'm not convinced we are going up yet. Cool. So that's pretty much it for the cryptocurrencies. Like I said, I think the move for this month is done. Think about it this way. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Think about it this way. We started May over here. Okay, so think this is Asian session. Think this is London session. Think this is New York session. Okay, and then think this is London close. So don't expect, let me do it properly. Okay, every week, 1 2 3 4 5. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, there we go. That's it. So every single week, I think it's Monday to Sunday. I forgot. This is a crypto. There you go. There we have it. That's Asia. That's London. That's New York. Or pre-New York. That's New York. And that's it. London close. So we are in the closing territory where price forms the high of the day. If this is a daily profile, it forms the high of the day. So don't expect big move because the candle is about to close. So if this was a daily time frame, the daily time frame is about to close. If this is a weekly time frame, it's about to close. But this is a monthly time frame, so the monthly is about to close. And when the closing is happening, you don't expect big moves to unfold. Okay, so logically you sit and wait, and then the next candle is gonna open. So the next candle, which is June, is what I'm anticipating that they're gonna open, and then they're gonna drop into this gap on the weekly and then expand up again. Hence, don't do anything here. Wait for that, because the move for the month is done. Okay, so hopefully I've made it clear. Let's go back to the currencies. Someone is asking for Nasdaq. Let me look at Nasdaq. What is the symbol for Nasdaq? NQ. Okay. Okay, so I think it's the same story that I shared with the ES. We've traded into a nice fair value gap in premium relative to this high, that low, back in premium. And then last week we had a rejection above previous week high. So it could mean two things. One, reaccumulation. They are buying more with this down candle, hence this is gonna go up. Or two, this is the actual reversal where they take out a previous week high and then reject. I'm looking for the second one, which is a rejection. Hence, they are likely gonna come for the previous week low. With that said, this to me will be a pullback, and then I'll expect a movement back down to attack this low. That's all going to depend on how we close today. Okay, so we don't want today to go up, but rather during this New York session, if possible, reject Friday's high. Okay, it's still trading, but if possible during the New York session, reject Friday's high. So on the H4, I think where we are now, it's enough. Where we are now is enough, or maybe they can pop above this high and then that's it. So watch between 2 and 5. The price action that's going to happen between 2 and 5 is very important. This move here happened in Asia. I don't trust it. Okay, I don't trust it. Had it happened during the New York session or even London, then I would have trusted it. But this happening in Asia, I don't trust it. So watch for like a rejection, aggressive rejection, breaking, then trade back down, maybe somewhere here, because like I said, I don't trust this move. So they've gone up, wait for a quick rejection, sharp move like this, big drop, and then you look for a move to somewhere here. Okay, so that's that for NAS, for whoever did ask. Okay, but like I said, the real move in my opinion for today is to look at Euro Pound taking out this low, Euro CAD taking out this low and that low. Euro, not bad if you pull back and then you can sell. I don't trust it, but if you want to sell, target somewhere down here. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much all for now. Thank you for joining me for this new week. Hopefully we'll get at least 1 or 2 high probability trade ideas during the course of the week. I've not seen one yet because it's still early Monday. So as the week goes by, especially from tomorrow, we might get something. And when I see it, I'll share it, and then you all make some papers. All right. So till then, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.